I really wanna go, I don't really wanna stay. What I really need to know is can we get it together?
Somebody said I sound good. Hold on. Get it together.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I trap into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I'm a got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my G. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now, it's a call to the morning. I was waking up getting racks in the morning.
Welcome to the Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 16 review. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
And I'm Pam. Let's get into this week's episode that did not need to happen.
No.
It was a waste, a complete, utter waste of our time. This episode is for the basura. You know what that is?
Say what? Say what?
That's just how I feel. Like, I'm like, we wasted energy.
Well, what is that so I can
trash,
feel it too?
Trash. This
Okay.
episode is for the trash. That's what I said.
I agree. Along with the contestants.
See, I didn't say nothing. All right, let's get into this episode.
Basura.
If you are new to our channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. We try to give high-level overviews, but our viewers tell us we don't. But our goal is to give high-level, even spaceship-level overviews. We try not to get into the nitty-gritty details of everything that happened in the episode.
Until we get to something I want to talk about.
And especially episodes like these that don't give anything that is supposed to have gave. So let's get into episode 16. The show opens up with 7 days left until decision day. They on day 50 of marriage. Ryan is out.
Getting deep.
I know. Ryan is out playing tennis with his friends. He says him and Brett are not on the best terms because of her finding out he was on a dating app. What'd you say?
I said we've had arguments the last 50 days.
No.
Maybe you didn't know.
I didn't know. I'm like, hold on. I don't hold on to stuff.
I ended up winning.
I say what's on my spirit and I let it go.
I ended up winning.
Anyways, child, he said that they're not on the best of terms because of her finding out he was on a dating app.
Well, he just downloaded it. He didn't go active.
He wasn't active, right?
Yeah.
And he matched unbeknownst to him. Ryan says he knew it was wrong to download the app and it wasn't respectful. He says...
Did he really know? Does he really believe that?
He knew that when he got caught.
Yeah.
When he was hitting App Store and download.
No. But look, I ain't never seen somebody beg to show I did download a dating app, but I didn't go active. Like, that's your argument?
And I'm going to say this for Ryan, and
Come
y'all
on,
might
Ryan.
disagree, but I feel like Ryan's intentions are not to be ill. It's not ill. He doesn't have malicious intent.
Yeah, they matched him with someone he's not attracted to.
Right, and I think he has tried his darndest to be nice and to be politically correct and
especially
to
when
be conscious of her feelings.
The problem is he's not attracted to her physically,
Mm-hmm.
and then the way she's like skittish and
Then it comes
gets
up.
on his nerves even more because
It like magnifies
yeah,
it.
because he already doesn't find you attractive and your personality gets on his nerves.
Right.
And he even said it. If she was hot, like, he would look over some things. But if you're not into somebody physically,
yeah. So that's why I don't
is
feel like his
ugh.
intention is bad, but his timing is terrible. Should have never did that while they're still actively together. Like, at least get through decision day and then go do you, boo-boo. Right?
Yeah, but after like week 2, they should have like after the honeymoon, you get back for a day or two and like a slot machine, like whoosh, and you like match with someone else if you want to. Like if y'all are getting along and you want to stay, that's cool. But like if you already know like
This ain't it.
she smokes and got bad breath, bro, this ain't never gonna.
Okay, so Ryan
not
says
without some Nicorette.
Nicorette. He says he's at the point where he's just trying to figure out if he should work through his issues with his wife or just completely start over with someone else. That's where he's at in his mind. Brett, I'm sure, is somewhere completely different than where he's at. And that was it for that.
Do you want to know where Ryan really is?
What Ryan is?
Ryan is like, I can't wait for this to wrap up because my DMs is blowing up.
Yeah.
Ryan is gonna get play after this. This is all gonna be a good experience for Ryan. But no matter what you think, Ryan is gonna come out of this all right. He gonna get the girl he wants.
Quiet as it's kept. That's why Zach don't want to say yes on decision day. I think he want his DMs to continue to blow up too.
That's exactly
that's a whole other conversation.
That's exactly why. And after decision day, I promise you they gonna link back up for a dinner, and she gonna have her overnight bag at least 3 times.
Blink one time, and Brett, if you agree.
I just hope don't nobody go to jail from it.
Well, you're talking about for Brett and Ryan, or you're talking about for Michaela and Zach?
Michaela and Zach.
Oh, you were on there. Okay, so yeah, Michaela, go ahead and blink once.
You're gonna be the reason somebody go to jail.
Stop. Okay,
I bet
that was it for that scene. Let's move into the next scene. We bleeding into everything.
Where
else.
are they now? A year from now, I bet Michaela, she got one of these. Wig half on.
They're gonna have wig in jail.
In your booking photo, they do.
Oh, okay.
How you came in there?
Put that in the basket before you get to the back.
Yeah, you can't go. You can go in the holding cell with your wig on. I don't think they make you take it off. But what you process into the jail,
they put that in that bucket.
Yeah,
you get it when you get bonded out.
This is how you gonna look.
Next scene, Michaela's sister stops by for a visit. Michaela gives her sister the update about the meeting with Zach and Dr. Pepper. Michaela says during that meeting that her and Zach agreed that they would talk through their issues. And right after that meeting, Zach was like, oh, you want to go get lunch? And she was like, okay, fine. She went to have lunch with him. And then after the lunch, he was like, did you just want to stay the night? And her sister's like, so did you stay?
Wait, tell me, how we go from lunch to stay the night?
I don't know how long their lunch was.
Yeah, what time did y'all eat lunch?
Maybe it was a late lunch. I don't know. Early dinner. I don't know. I don't know the times. But
ate and got the itis.
She said that
3:30. It's getting late out here.
She said her
Probably
sister
shouldn't
said,
be driving this late. You know she don't like late drivers.
Jeez, stop. Michaela said, I went and I packed my bag and I stayed. And her sister was like, well, you married girl, do you with your husband?
Yeah, more enabling. Never once did they discuss the fact that, well, why does he keep leaving or why y'all keep fighting?
Exactly. And not only that, my question though, and I'm asking everybody that is a male in the comment section, women too can answer this, but I want the male perspective. I'm going to ask you first. Why is it from a man's perspective when men cannot see themselves with a woman long term, they continue to tell them to come and stay and sleep with me, even though they know in their heart of hearts they don't want to be with them long term, because Zach has said time and time again he can't see Michaela in his future. So why do men do that?
Is this really a question?
This is a legit question.
Oh, because, when he lays in his bed and the scent of her, it's a pheromone kicks in. Because they in. Like, who doesn't? You already know, like, depending where you are in your relationship. You want the real answer?
The real. Give it to us real and raw.
You just said it. Raw. Like, you already comfortable with this person. You know they moves. They know your moves. You know what you gonna get.
Right.
Like,
and you want it over and over again.
And you don't have to take nobody to dinner. Like, you don't have to date.
And you got the wife title to it, too, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. But, because this happens when you're not the wife. This is just boyfriend, girlfriend, breakup. Like, it's because it's there. That's why.
Men have to know that women do these things emotionally. They're emotionally connected to it, whereas men are detached. Most men.
This review gonna get long, but you see how you putting all the responsibility on the man. You just said
that's true.
What you know.
You're right, because we're emotional with it, so we should.
So you should know going into. You already know your own playbook.
You right.
You just calling the wrong plays.
I like that. That was good. That was a good one. Yes.
I'm telling y'all, I'm fake smart.
Oh my God. Okay, well then there's the answer. Men are gonna want to do it because they want what they want, and women do it because we think that we can hold y'all.
I think some of y'all want what y'all want too.
That's true too.
Because this is a gamble out in these streets. Not only disease, but ability. Like, I'm saying, like,
Lord help me. All right, well,
I got this veteran player I know I could depend on. Go out here and draft one of these rookies.
jeez.
Run around, can't even commit to one sport.
Stop. So she said being alone with him with no cameras, no Dr. Pepper felt really good. Michaela's sister now says
For 6 hours. Like, y'all was this.
all that matters. They're
It's not
very
like
short
y'all
term
ran off from the show and got a one-room studio and
live for a few months.
yeah, like y'all stayed without
few
the
hours.
cameras for an afternoon, and it was great. Way to go!
Successfully. They
Idiots.
did that. So Michaela's sister tells the camera, like in a one-on-one interview, not to Michaela, that Zach may be leading Michaela on, or Zach may be leading himself on, or Zach may not even know exactly what Zach wants and needs to have a sit down with himself to figure it out. I think that these are all things that Michaela's sister should have said to Michaela directly in their sit down, not to the camera.
Why is she going? What's happening? Zach is making booty calls. Michaela knows it, and she's going along with it, and they both acting like it ain't what it is, and that's why they keep fighting.
And there it is. And that was it for that scene. So let's move on to the next scene.
Next.
All right, the next few scenes are going to be high-level overviews. Then we're going to talk about the couples meeting up with their friends or families to talk about the final status of their marriage before decision day. So that's what these next few scenes are. We're going to breeze through them. Right, Patrick?
All right.
All right, let's get into the first couple. Okay, first is Bao. She goes and meets with her friend for lunch and talk about the status of her marriage. Bao says that she has had a lot of ups and downs. Bao. See?
And Bao better than me, because that meeting would have happened in a swimming pool or a jacuzzi
That's
or
not
something.
Sarah she met up with.
I don't care. Every friend is a suspect now. I
Now.
need to pat you down. Are you wearing a wire? Any recording devices? Let's go ahead and sit in this water so I can make sure nothing is recorded, because I can't trust nobody.
You can't. Not none of Bao's friends, at least. So Bao says Sarah, her best friend of 20 years, has betrayed her by talking so badly about her to Johnny. Bao said that she wasn't her best self in past relationships. This may be true, but never thought that her best friend, would hone in on her bad traits the way she did to her husband. Bao said she's open for a reset with Johnny if he is open to it, and she would, again, try to commit to trying.
And I got one question.
Give it to us.
Why?
Why are you open to trying again?
Why would you be open to trying again? Or are you just saying that?
Am I just saying that? Or is Bao just saying
Did you say it?
I did just say it, but Bao also said it on the show.
Yeah, but I'm asking Bao. Come on, man.
I'm just saying. Okay, I don't know why she would be open after everything she done been through, but they want, or Bao wants to show the narrative that her parents went through some serious stuff, so she's also feeling like she could get through some stuff and, stick it through in her marriage.
Yeah, but I need to know their backstory. Like, they might have grew up in a village together and escaped the country together. There might have been a lot of bonds that they had. But you know what I mean? Like, they might have had a bond before they got to the point where he was the trailer park drunk.
Got you. Oh, they had
And then they worked. Yeah, so there was something to work on.
Yeah.
Like, I met you 4 weeks ago, and for the last 3 weeks and 6 days,
acting up.
you treat me like it. Like,
okay,
there's
that's
nothing for them
different.
to hold on to. That's
true.
why Bao
They
was
don't have a
like,
foundation.
yo, I'm out of here. I'm trying to get some Hershey's.
And let's move on to the next scene. Next, Rachel meets up with her friends for drinks. Rachel said the pros and cons with being with Jose is that cons is his listening skills. The huge blowout that they had, where he got verbally aggressive, is what her friend said. He got verbally aggressive. Rachel said Jose has created some note cards with things that he will not do. One note card says that I will not deadbolt the top lock and lock my wife out. Rachel's friend is like, yo, if you're gonna do right, you don't need note cards to tell you what to do. She got a point there too, but maybe he memory's short and he need to see it. I don't know.
It's a gesture.
Yeah, it's a kind gesture to show her that I'm willing to.
It's not really kind. I won't lock you out of the house.
It's a kind
I
reminder.
promise I won't lock you out of that. That's ridiculous.
Rachel says she hopes that she isn't being too naive to these things, that they won't happen again, and she hasn't had the best track record for choosing guys. So pretty much that was it for her meetup with her friends.
But she says some pretty stupid things, so him not listening is probably like a benefit.
I take my she has back. I just realized where you're going with that. That's messed up. He overtalks people, but I tend to overtalk too. And you definitely overtalk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's his list. He hears you, but he's just trying to get out what he wants to get out as well.
He just doesn't care.
Mirla meets up with her friends, says her marriage is good, but they have an issue, which is the difference in their finances. Mirla says that their difference in finances, career, aspirations, and drive are very different. Like, he's motivated to do this, to go this way, and she's motivated to go that way, and they're just not on the same path. She said that when she met Gil, she wanted somebody who was already stable in their career, and Gil just became a firefighter, and she wanted someone whose careers and finances were already set and at the same level as hers, and they ain't. So that's a problem for her. That was it for their scene.
Usually I would be like, well, you can't be that materialistic, but like, I don't want nobody broke.
Right. I don't want to have to do the struggle with you. I don't want to have to at this stage in life. Like early 20s, we get in our first apartment, first little runaround car, or second runaround car or something like that. But not like in our 30s, mid 30s. Like now you really should have your career set. Should have
to be with
finances.
You. Like you don't have to, but you got to meet someone who's match if that's important to them. Some people will be fine with like
the struggle
or helping you through the struggle. That's the thing. Also, she don't want to help them through the struggle.
Yeah, it don't sound like it.
Like she's already been through the struggle. She can maintain
by herself,
but she don't want to wait for him to. And I get it
to get there. I mean, yeah, I do too. I can't even fault her. I really can't. So it is what it is. All right, move on to the next scene. Let's go. Jose meets with his friends to talk about the pros and cons of his marriage. Pros being that he cooks, she cleans. They're like teammates in the home. Rachel's thoughtful. Cons for him is possibly that she would not be faithful.
That's a con?
The communication is not where he would like for it to be. Jose tells his friend that the night that he locked her out, she went and stayed with an ex, and that was an issue for him.
That should have been the issue and the end to it.
He says he's trying to believe her that nothing went down, nothing happened.
Why wouldn't it?
And
why wouldn't it? I'm letting you know. Say I broke up with somebody and now I'm single, and that ex calls me up to come pick her up from another dude house. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm smashing. Like that's added. Like
you might as well. Like.
And
you done threw me out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a special move because like I picked you up.
We gonna get extra tonight.
Yeah, you up from your dude house. You call me.
You just should.
You call me.
Anybody who gets locked out.
Room like, and next up, 5'10", 195. Boom, boom. Yo, I'm coming in like the superstar. You call me.
Anybody that gets thrown out and dead bolted locked should go lay their body down with somebody else.
Yes.
It's just a common rule. Like, it's just fair play.
Which is why I'm on the stance you gotta break up with her whether she did or didn't.
Because she lost her opportunity too. And she gonna try to regain it at a later date.
I ain't worried about all that. Like you, in my mind, why would you not? You gonna have to convince me you didn't.
Something went down. Like y'all held each other. Y'all was. I
don't even care. No, there was no holding going on. This is ex sex. This ain't you're in love with this person and y'all are going to Malibu.
I'm just saying, it's just weird that nothing went down.
Something did go down. It's not weird. Sorry, it's implausible.
Johnny meets up with his friends, talk about his married life. Johnny says some red flags began for him on the honeymoon when Bao was being giddy and not, that wasn't attractive to him. Her line about gourmet cooking.
What about when you took your shirt off and that wasn't attractive to her?
Her lack of effort versus
your lack
his
of hair.
lack of effort. Johnny said seeing Bao's childhood home and area, though, made him feel something extra for her, like he wants to take care of her and be there for her.
You have to see somebody in an abandoned trailer park lot for you to feel for this person you've been living with for weeks and criticizing every chance you can and eating horrible lean cuisine meals with, and now it took you standing in this open field imagining what she lived through. You didn't see nothing.
And now he wants to take care of her.
You saw the oak tree.
So his friend says, more needs to happen before you just give it a no. Like, stick it through a little bit more. Johnny says he's thinking that he needs to see maybe if there's more potential before decision day, and his friends confirm that he shouldn't make a rash decision because time may heal wounds. And that was it for their scene.
They ain't gonna heal that wound. That wound is gonna be healed by somebody else.
And let's move on to the next.
Oh, you said wound. I thought you said wound.
Zach and Gil meet up in one of their apartments. I think it's maybe Gil's apartment. And Zach tells Gil that he's never been in such a situation with a girl before, where she loses her mind and blacks out the way Michaela did at the retreat. Zach says Michaela did own up to the behavior, but she didn't apologize for it. She did own up to it and said that, she was wrong. He says Michaela is such a wonderful woman. She's an amazing woman. He kept saying, I wonder why.
Yeah, I bet she is. When you go to the strip club and she make one booty cheek at a time, she can do all that.
He just kept emphasizing on how much. Throw that into the circle. I'm sorry. When
she take that wig off, boy, I'm telling you.
It says that that meeting with Dr. Pepper helped them get back on speaking terms. And he never did tell Gil, though, that, they got it back in after the fact. Maybe that was
off camera. Yeah.
Zach says that the last 8 weeks didn't work, but who knows what the future can hold.
I'm telling you, keep messing with that girl, you'll catch a case.
They say
play around the mud hole.
Passionate people, I don't want to call them crazy. Passionate people tend to be like extra special in the bedroom.
Okay.
Word on the street. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Like crazy people be crazy. Like I don't want to call them crazy. Passionate people be passionate, extra passionate. So maybe that's what's holding Zach. Because you see, if she could get this crazy out and open, what happens when they close that bedroom door?
I be worried about passionate people's teeth. Cause like in movies when they be like passionate, like somebody go chip a tooth. You tell me, don't kiss me like that. He's like, you can do other things. Get on my neck. Dig in there, but I don't want to chip my teeth. And all mine ain't porcelain. I got some plastic ones in here.
Done. I'm moving on to the next scene. All right, that was it for all the meetups with the families and friends.
You call me crazy all the time. Is that a compliment?
I want to use the word passionate. You're very passionate.
I'm crazy.
He's so passionate. Okay, so that's it for the meetups with the friends and families. Now, let's get back into the regular show. Brett is back at the shared apartment, and she says her and Ryan are not on the best speaking terms. After she called him out about the dating app situation, she said he came back that night, she believes, and got all his stuff. So when she returned to the apartment like a day or two later, she realized like his clothes were gone, coffee maker was gone. Like he took his stuff and bounced. While she was there, she was packing up, boxes and stuff like that. And then she gets a call from her sister and starts talking about her marriage with Ryan. Brett says she doesn't feel so mad. She feels more disappointed on the way it all went down.
But the fact that she was like surprised that he came back and moved some of his stuff out, like, what do you expect him to do? Y'all wasn't vibing from the beginning. Then you found out he was on a dating app.
Right.
He was probably like, why wouldn't I start packing my stuff up?
She probably wants me out of here.
Yeah,
probably his train of thought, you know?
Yeah, like,
I think that's
what
why
is
he
there
got
to
up so
stay
fast,
around
too.
for?
I
Like,
think that's why he got up so fast out of that apartment, her apartment that night.
Right, but you have to. I mean, everyone gonna get mad and say it was disrespectful. He should have waited, and I agree, he should have waited. But like for real, the whole time he's been saying he don't want to be with her.
Yeah.
He moved out the room. He never slept with her, to my knowledge.
No.
Like
outside of the like wedding night or something.
I don't think they slept.
And honeymoon, wedding night. Yeah.
They laid it down.
Oh, Jamaican. You say sleep with her. I'm thinking sleep, not sleep.
This is why we have so much confusion. I'm like, yo, come on, you ready to go to sleep?
English not my
She's
first
like, yeah,
language.
let's go to sleep. I'm like, that ain't what I'm talking about. Clark
You said you was gonna sleep.
Come back with a hair wrap and cream on her
we were going to
face,
sleep.
and then them button up pajamas that go all the way up. Got a drawstring.
Shut up.
The socks with the little rubber pieces
This
on the
not
bottom.
about
Okay,
us.
go to bed. Say what I was talking
It's
about.
not about us. Go ahead with what you're saying.
I forgot what I was saying.
You were saying that you never thought that he actually slept with her. Like,
Yeah, so he didn't sleep with her. Like, he didn't do anything that...
that
If you would have had
compromise her.
some other people on there, they would have been like, I'm gonna sleep with her at least. Like, he didn't do that. He never wanted...
It wasn't a page and what was the dude's name from last season?
Chris.
Where he like and said, after you're not my type.
Yeah, but that's basically what
Who?
Zach and Michaela are doing. Like, I don't like how you respond. I don't like who you are, basically. But I'm still wanting to lay down.
Yeah, okay too. Yeah.
And it's what people do every day. Like,
Yeah,
these
this is
are
what
all...
happens. Yeah, it's a dog eat dog world. I'm sorry, but you said you have the playbook. You just gotta call the right play. So you set yourself up for the situation in a sense in most cases. So.
Yeah, well, he only call you at nighttime. It's a problem.
Right, when it's like taquito hours at Whataburger. Wouldn't that start at 11 p.m.?
11 to 11.
If he calling you when they start serving taquitos at Whataburger,
Yeah.
then you know it ain't nothing
That's
good.
not your dude.
Anyway, so that was it for Brett and Ryan's scene. Rachel and Jose go out for brunch. They talk about where their heads are at for decision day. They talk about how their lives have changed since they got married. Jose brings up, like, you know, living your best life and YOLOing, you only live once, and traveling kind of stops once you become single. And Rachel insists that no, it should not have to stop. You now have a partner in marriage, and you should now do YOLO. You only
And
live
mess up
once.
both of y'all credit.
Travel and, you know, live your best life.
She still ain't paid off from the last Europe trip she been on.
So she has, I don't know if she has or hasn't.
And you want to go every other year and a half?
So Rachel says she wants to take big trips every other year that consist of 9 to 10 hour flights. She says her first place she wants to go is Switzerland. Immediately, Jose's face looks like this.
I'll take you to Albuquerque.
Yeah, you know, we didn't have much money growing up. This is Jose. We didn't have much money growing up. So, you know, I'm still all for taking trips. Like, we can still do the San Antonio in Texas, Fredericksburg. Is there a Fredericksburg in Texas?
No, I don't. If there is, they ain't got nothing to go to.
Maybe the one in Virginia.
Vegas.
There's a Fredericksburg in Vegas. I don't know where
No,
this
there's a Fredericksburg in Virginia. Vegas is in Nevada.
Oh. I know that.
She's beautiful.
I didn't know what you were saying. Shut up. So Rachel interrupts and says, sorry, but that does not count as a big trip to me. Like,
all right,
San
well, you
Antonio,
pay for the first one.
Jose's face gets tight again, and he's like, I like skiing, and I like, you know, I'll do the
I'll fly
Switzerland
to
thing.
Zimbabwe to dig wells for villages and stuff. You want to get on a plane for 9 hours? Let's go.
So Jose says, I like skiing and all that, and I wouldn't mind doing the skiing thing. And she's like, yes, but we could do skiing every year, but that still doesn't count towards the big trip.
You're going to have to go on that
I'm
big
like,
trip
Rachel,
with your
let me
ex.
see. I need 2 years worth of W-2s. Before you start putting down where these big, long 9 to 10 hour flight trips are going to take place off a whole bank account.
She don't want to go on vacation with me because if you make me go to Dubai or something, you ain't gonna do nothing but fly over there to watch rich people do stuff. We still gonna eat at McDonald's or wherever we would do right here. I'm not paying all this crazy money.
If they have it,
crazy.
They both look tight in that whole conversation. She said this is why
we
she
need a
prefers
vacation.
to be
We don't need a vacation. We need to work on it home to where this is as good as being on vacation. And once we get there, then we'll go on vacation.
And I understand the traveling thing. People really like to travel. I'm not big into traveling. I mean, I want to do a little something here and there, but I'm good for the San Antonio, Jose. You know,
really
count
don't.
us in.
We don't like to travel. We like Jamaica because it's like 4 hours away.
Yeah, was it that long of a flight? Sheesh.
It wasn't that long.
I don't know if I want to deal with that again.
But like, I don't want to go to Europe. I've flown to Europe. It's
you
long.
have?
Yeah.
How many hours did you think it was? Do you
Too
remember?
many. I don't like flying. Remember, I'm
not a huge flyer.
I'll do
it because I know I got to get there, and I don't want to drive because I don't like the long drive.
You can't drive to Europe.
I know. Duh. I know that.
Oh,
Hey, let me
get the tunnel.
Which way did it take to get to the?
Is it a left? All right.
Take 35 west.
And it intersects. Where you catch back up?
I'm just saying. I don't like long drives. No way to anywhere. So that wouldn't work for me.
And then getting to there, we don't.
And then we got kids now. It's not just me and you anymore.
We're not talking pre-kid.
Okay,
like without kids. Kids are at Poppy and Gigi's house.
Okay, so kids are not with us.
So we already don't want to travel. We don't like to fly. And you got to pack a bag, put a bag in. So bam, we get there. Now what's wrong?
I don't want to do nothing. Now we got to go get on stuff and stand in lines and walk.
Go take pictures and stuff. I know I ain't never going to look at.
Every which you wear, but
you ain't never gonna look at it and get like, here's look at this. Post it, and I'm never gonna look at it. But I expect everyone else to hit likes.
I don't know how that's gonna work out with those two. She already feels like they're not connecting as far as.
And Jose's like, why are you?
Stuff like that.
Jose's going along with it because he's like, next week when I say no, I ain't gotta worry about none of this.
Gil and Mirla go out for a skating ring date. Is it ice skating? Skating ring.
One, they're not ice skating.
So it's just a regular skate. They went to Skate Keep.
She's rollerblading and he's skating.
Was she?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. Okay, well, there it is. They have on skates. And they sit.
He used to be the king of the ring.
Here you go. This will turn into ATL over here. They sit and talk about their status of their marriage and if they want to stay together forever. Mirla jokes to say, you want to stay with this fabulous woman for the rest of your life? And Gil says, I could easily say no to that. And she was like, you trying to be some type of way. And he was like, no, because beauty fades. Gil says there's stuff about Mirla that he doesn't, that comes off some kind of way that she's pooping on people, for the lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying. I didn't want to curse in. And she does that to people who aren't on the same level as her in life, and he don't like that. He says it comes off very spoiled. Gil says, for instance, Mirla, you have to live in a mid-rise or a high-rise building, apartment complex, whatever. She's like, I don't have to, I want to, and I can. He's like,
which I'm good with.
Because she can afford it herself.
Right.
Yes.
We'll get into that next.
Yes. Mirla says she comes from humble beginnings and that's what drives her. Gil says he isn't money motivated and sometimes feels like Mirla comes off like she doesn't remember where she came from, and he doesn't want to be with someone who can't just enjoy the little things in life unless it's expensive. So I feel like in that moment Gil was kind of like reading her rights about how she be coming off sideways about how much money she has, but I think he sounds like he's coming from a place that he knows that the people she's pooping on is him, because he makes not as much money as her and feels like, okay, I can't level up to where she is right now in life. And he looks like he's starting to feel some kind of way about it. So that's because I'm like, where this conversation came from? Y'all was just giving y'all ATL best in the skating ring. And now you come with this. So
Because that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a reason they break up.
yeah, finances. Finances is
It
typically
ain't
the
about
reason.
finance. He ain't got it. Finance is like, he don't have it. He ain't going to get it.
Yeah.
And she don't want to give
any more than she wants to do. She want to change her lifestyle for herself. So, all right, that was it for their scene. Let's move on to the next scene. All right, the next scene, the couples all come together like at the clubhouse at the apartment, the shared apartment, and they look like they come together for like playing pool and having drinks. Brett says this is the first time she's seeing Ryan since he left her apartment about that whole dating app thing.
Yeah.
Gil, of course, is the Married at First Sight spokesperson, so they give him all the questions to ask people. So he starts off with, so where's everybody at for decision day? Like, how do you feel for decision day? And then Rachel says to everyone, what would make anyone say no or say yes? Gil says if Mirla continues to live like she's single and won't consider changing her lifestyle when it comes to shopping, then he will say no. And then they zoom right into Mirla's red bottom shoes that she had on. Start talking about that. Brett says the general reason to say yes on decision day is to have respect and to have love. And if you don't have any of that, then that should be your reason to say no. I think she was putting all those darts. Yeah. She was throwing those darts all at Ryan.
Yeah.
And then Ryan says he's been waiting for feelings, trusting his feelings, and says he's been honest to himself about the way he has done stuff. And the whole time he's talking, Brett is over here shaking her head no.
No, that's the problem. He is trusting his feelings, and his feelings ain't into you.
Right. That's exactly. So he's throwing those darts back like, yo, I've been trying to feel what I'm supposed to have felt, and it ain't here. So that's that. Johnny says he will say yes on decision day if he saw there was some potential before decision day. At this point, I think it's only like 4 days left. What you gonna see left at this point?
You ain't gonna say no. Or yes.
Zach says just because you say yes on decision day doesn't mean it will work out. And if you say no, that doesn't mean it couldn't be a yes down the road. I think Zach is wanting Michaela to agree to be in the side piece.
Yeah, you want a booty call.
Yeah, that's all this is with him.
You want a cup buddy.
Yeah, so Bao says she's not she's not doubting Zach's intelligence, but his logic on saying yes or no makes no complete sense. She says Zach is telling the world, no, I don't want to stay married, I want to get a divorce, but meanwhile he's telling Michaela like, yes, we can stay together, we will work it out on the side behind closed doors.
Right, and she don't want that to happen to Michaela because she wants that for herself.
Allegedly. So
Allegedly.
All
right.
So I don't know. Bao said no is a no, and that's absolute. That's it. That's where I live in that same world too. You gonna tell the whole world we done? Then we done. Like, don't try to be saying we done, but then call me tonight when taquitos start getting fired up at Whataburger.
Right.
And be like, yes, you know what we got.
So if I asked you to marry me and you said no, we done.
We're not going
Don't be calling me up at Whataburger at taquito hour. See what I said?
What? You see how you try to jam me up? Gotta be quicker than that.
You've been jammed up since a week ago when I brought it up. You just proved my point. I just broke the thing. It's gotta come off.
Don't, just leave it.
It's better off
than on. Just leave it.
It's just, oh, there we go.
I can't have nothing good around you.
You got sunburn?
This is not aloe.
Oh, it's not?
No. Throw this away. Watch me break out later. Dummy. Anyways, let's move on.
You're aggressive.
On to the next.
You're verbally aggressive.
Let's move on to the next scene.
These people couldn't live in this house.
The couples go ahead and play pool and drink and make a vow to each other that they'll say yes. They go around the room and talk about what they have learned about themselves in this process. Brett says she's learned to be more open-minded and apply that when it was time. Bao says she learned to embody a lot more patience than she thought she could, but not as much patience as that lash glue that was holding that lash on. Dear Bao said, I've embodied a lot of patience. And that lash was like, me too, cuz.
And I'm hanging right here with you, bro. It's me and you.
I was like, nobody's not going to tell her this lash is half off her eye. Like, and you don't feel that? Like, that's one of the things that you feel that on your face. It's like
Is it the
whisper.
glue or does she have the magnet?
I couldn't tell if it was a magnetic lash or a glued on lash, but whatever the case, that was
It stopped
hanging.
working.
Yes. In the middle of the conversation.
unemployed.
In the middle of the conversation, it gave out. Anyways, then Johnny reveals that he learned in this moment or in this process that he thought he was the cool, strong dude.
Who told you this?
This is what he thought about himself.
But somebody got to be like, yo, Johnny, you're a pretty cool dude. Like, when did that ever happen?
I think.
Where did you get that
I think
idea?
in his circle of friends, that's who he was. Because remember, Bao used to say in previous episodes, she was so lucky to be with Johnny because he was the popular one. Remember, out of their circle. So
I feel bad for that circle.
he said he learned that
That's the
he's
lamest
not the cool
circle
dude.
ever.
He's not the cool dude. He's an emotional mess. Is what he learned.
He's
He
right.
kept it 100. He kept it 100.
But he was never the cool dude.
That's what he thought he was. Then Zach,
But no.
you're going to be thrown by this. Zach said in this process he learned that he has cried more in this process than he has in his 27 years of living.
Damn lie. Yo, them tears was too natural. You cry all the time. Why you crocheting? Why you making lotion? You got a lotion called Tears. I seen it on your website.
Stop.
Lotions by Zach. Go on there and he sings too. He plays the piano and sings. It's like a MySpace. Like his music plays while you browse through his catalog
Stop.
of Afghans, lotions,
Afghans.
and piano serenades.
Stop. The next few scenes.
I like the way you work it. No diggity.
There are 2 days left until decision day. Gil FaceTimes his mom. They talk about how Mirla is high class. Gil says that's fine for her as long as she's not trying to change him and try to make him go buy shirts that cost $300 and shoes that cost anywhere between $600 to $1,000 a pair. His mom says, you know how to dress well, and you know how much you need to be spending on clothes. And he was like, thank you, Mom. Exactly.
At Ross, where you could dress for less. Trying to get it. Yeah, I'm trying to get a sponsorship.
Hey, I'm here for it. I love Ross. He says Mirla has a traditional mindset on how bills should be paid, and she believes that the man should pay all the bills. Gil told his mom, growing up, Dad paid all the bills, right? And she was like, yes, but times have changed. And Gil said, exactly, times have changed. He said, I don't mind paying all the bills, but what would I have left? Because she makes 2 times as much as me. Gil's mom said in good times and in bad times, the couple must share, And what Mirla is asking is unfair. And Gil said, yes, that's unfair. I as well believe it's unfair.
Listen, I mean, so if I pay all the bills, I shouldn't hear nothing from you, right? You don't get to make no decisions.
Well, how does he become her brunch partner or date? How
I'm
you gonna
not
pay
working.
for that?
I'm working.
How
Like
you
you
gonna
don't get to ask them. You want me to be like a 1950s dude that goes to work, pays all the bills, comes home late, only sees the kids on Saturdays and Sundays. Then you gonna have to act like a 1950 woman that makes my meals every night and is in the kitchen or vacuuming the living room or making the kids' beds or doing the laundry. Like that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna sit around here buying red bottoms and living your best life while I'm out here working my hands to the bone.
Literally, because did y'all see Gil's hands? Thank you for that
Yeah, no
setup.
problem.
Thank you. I almost forgot. His hands have already been worked to the bone. Like
His hands look like he does work for no pay.
those calluses.
And his room and board is right there at the workshop.
She needs to tell him you don't need to do nothing else with
Don't
his hands.
touch me. Says, bro, I won't even give you dap as your boy, as your homeboy. Every time we give dap, I cut my hands up, bro.
There's just too much
Nah.
jargons in this world for your hands.
What kind of work?
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. You was a firefighter.
They gave us gloves.
Let me look at you. Why your hands don't look like that? Your hands are soft.
I know, because I get out of work. Like, I'll be quick to... Oh, we got to go try... I got... Chief called me into the office. He want me to look at a few things. I'm like, oh, I think I pulled something.
How was he in the military for 10 years? In the Air Force?
Air Force?
I'm like, why does your hands look like this? Gil.
That ain't for firefighting unless he fighting fires barehanded. They gave us gloves. I don't know what department he go to.
I'm like, yo, this is bad. And for Mirla to be so high class, take care of your man's hand middle.
And tell your kids, show your hand middle.
That's what you're making people call it?
It's a palm.
Hand middle.
Yo, and tell your kids, show them Gil's hands. Because remember when you were a kid, did you ever used to do that?
What?
Like take needles or
And
like safety pin and push them through the couch and be like, ah.
No, I never had that. My hands were always good. You know, I lived a good life. Upbringing. It was a good middle class upbringing. We didn't have to poke holes in our. They
wasn't giving us nickels to do. Like, this is what we just did. It was fun.
You said nobody gave us nickels.
Like, you made it seem like we were broke and I was doing it for lunch, but no.
I didn't imply any of
school.
that.
That's how I took it. That's what I heard.
I'm too tired. Okay, so.
Tired? It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
And I'm hot.
You're about to pass out because you want to have your Flavor Flav.
Is this
gold
and
chain,
a long sleeve and the 24-inch hair? All right, 22 inches to be exact. Actually, so I don't think that Mirla is being fair. I think she should not
I think she out her rabbit ass mind. I'm not paying all the bills for nobody.
I actually had a conversation with a friend, shout out Shannon, again about this topic.
We can shout out friends. What's up, Cameron? I got people been cussing me. Oh, you never say that too. Come on.
And shout out to Ramona. Patrick did break this. It wasn't me. It was Patrick who broke it. Shannon and I.
What's up to John, Timothy? What's up, Richard over at Buffalo Wild Wings? He always throw all the flats in the bucket. This
is not an award ceremony. All I wanted to say is that Shannon and I spoke about this. And she said that, and forgive me, Shannon, if I'm misquoting, but I believe she said that the pastor says if you want your husband to pay all the bills, then you need to adjust your lifestyle to what he makes. So if he makes $40,000 a year and you want him to pay all the bills, then you need to adjust your lifestyle down to $40,000 a year lifestyle.
You need to adjust it down to $30,000 because I'm putting something away. I'm not working till I'm 70 years old, so you can run around here.
A one-bedroom apartment and one car and a bus pass and a metro pass. Then you need to bring it on down. And he got it right.
I make all the rules.
He got it right.
If I pay all the bills, I make all the rules. You don't get to make no more rules. Not about where we eat. Not about where we go on vacation. You don't chip in.
I don't understand why she would want him to pay all the bills. And then what does she do with her 2 times?
Do you get in somebody's car and go like, yo, I need you to run some errands. Let's go here. And you don't give him nothing for gas? No.
I just want to understand the mindset. Is saying he pays everything. Now he's completely broke. What are you doing with your salary that is twice the amount of his salary?
I'm buying red bottoms. I'm living rent free and still spending all my money how I wanted to. I'm sticking to what I said. I ain't changing my lifestyle.
It's Mirla. With her 2 times more of a salary, which is not fair to poor Gil. Hey.
Like just to live this here lifestyle.
From the bottom to the top, my lifestyle. Hey. Bao, Mill, and Giller. What do we call them? Mill and Girla.
Here you go with the names, yo.
Gil and Mirla are too much for me. Let's move on to Bao and Johnny. Bao and Johnny meet up for dinner. Bao dressed like the New Year's Eve ball that's about to drop. Did you see all that glitter? Like, what are you?
She's so thirsty.
You trying. You doing too much, mama.
For somebody not into you.
And now here you is dressed like a New Year's Eve ball.
How do these people go back to work?
Oh, after the
yeah, like if you was my boss and I'm seeing.
Oh, I have no respect for you. Yeah, you go to break. Yeah, go to lunch.
You came back from lunch about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Too late. You can overlook him, making you look like a fool on TV, but you can't overlook 5 minutes. Oh.
Listen, and then it's time for your performance appraisal. You can't give me no guidance. I'll ask for your guidance when I need your guidance.
Yeah, why don't you look down? Then you don't see me coming in late. Look down. That's all you did on TV?
You was just being strong, though, at the retreat. Remember she said, I ain't never gonna let no man tell me or make me feel some kind of way.
Do you like what I wear?
Even my shoes, you remember? He was like, all right, you look good. Go on and sit down.
Ooh, you're glitter. Yeah.
Go on and sit down. I just played her. Like, why did you do this to yourself? I don't know. Anyways, she's... You okay?
Hungry.
Okay, you got the shakes. All right, Bao says there's been some ups and downs with her and Johnny, but she's enjoyed the experience. She says her parents went through a lot, and what she and Johnny are going through is just a drop in the water compared to what her parents have gone through.
So what? Sorry, I gotta stop you there. What does that mean? Well, my parents went through it. That doesn't mean you have to.
Exactly.
You can make better decisions.
Break the generational curse.
Marry somebody don't drink if your parents were drunk. Like, it's
break the generational curse.
You say, well, they went through it, so now it's okay for me to go through it.
Right. She's using that as her
dumb
platform. Johnny says, yes, that explains it. That's why you are who you are and why you are committed the way you are to the marriage. Johnny seems to get teary-eyed, though, when he was saying that piece to her, like he was about to break down and cry. He says that his friends have encouraged him to stick it out, and if he wants to see if Bao, you're open to it. And, of course, she was like, yes, we have a lot to learn about each other, and, I'm willing to see what we can do here.
If your friends got to talk you into talking to me,
don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
I'm good on you. Thank you, though.
Don't talk to me.
The final few scenes of this episode, the couples are preparing for bed for their last night together before decision day. Jose and Rachel are in bed talking about how they feel about each other and, how they kind of made it through this journey.
This will be the last time.
Pretty much. Rachel says to Jose, no matter what happens on decision day, just know you were a great part of my life. Jose face looking like, hold up. Does that mean it's a no for you, bruh? Like, no matter what happens, just know you are a good part of my life, is what she said. And that was it for their scene. Gil and Mirla are in bed, and they share that they had a good time with each other in this journey. Mirla says, I want to tell you, Gil, that I have had no regrets. That's just what I need to tell you before decision day. Mirla says... Money. Mirla says that she still has no idea what she wants to say on decision day. I don't believe her. I believe she's just saying that for the sake of it. But that's what she said. Johnny and Bao are in their shared apartment together, which I'm shocked that they're back together in the same place, because I'm like, the way they be on and off, I can't keep up. They were having some iced tea or whatever, talking about things around the apartment that remind them of the good times they had, and then Bao was like, okay, I guess it's time for bed. And they both get up, and I thought they were going to go to bed together. They go in two separate rooms. I'm like, so why are you even here?
I think she ruined the move when she was like, remember, that's the wall you came up and stood next to me and started crying. Remember that wall? Remember that table? You sat right there, you was crying at that table. Remember that? Yeah.
Then more of the final scenes. The couples are shown packing up for their night to spend apart from each other before decision day. Ryan actually shows up to the shared apartment where him and Brett, were supposed to have lived. And he said, I just came to get my last stuff. And can you stop winding up the microphone, first of all? Thank you.
Can you start winding up your body?
Jesus. I need a new co-host. If you know anybody who's looking for a part-time position.
Hey, this can be decision day.
This is why you can't. This is how you act on decision day. Just come in there acting up. You can't act like this.
You're not going to get me on TV and have me saying yes. And you say no, so I'm coming in there with the rankest of attitudes.
Jeez.
Just to make sure that if you do say no, everybody in America can see I was saying no anyway.
Anyways, Ryan shows up to their shared apartment. He said he came to get his last stuff. Brett was like, what last stuff? Ain't nothing here. Like, you took everything. And he's like, well, his main reason for coming is he wanted to apologize to her before decision day. He said he didn't want her to walk in decision day with that on her mind. That's forever going to be on her mind. Like, you can't apologize it away. Like, she,
because I was going to say no, but now
that you apologize, it makes it different. Yeah.
I think I'm ready to
start. He tells her that the decision to download the app was not intentional on hurting her or upsetting her, and he is really sorry. He said he thinks very highly of Brett, and he wanted to clear the air, and he also...
What? Yeah. What do you mean it wasn't intentional? So wait, let me see. You had it already downloaded on your phone then, and you must have hit the, you can hold it down, it pops up, then you hit the X, it deletes it.
And then he re-downloaded it.
And then he got an update. He updated his phone, and you go to your app section, say update all. Maybe he hit the update all, and then it popped back on.
He individually went to
No, fool. You intentionally downloaded the app.
But it wasn't his intention.
She found out unintentionally.
To hurt her or upset her. That's what he said. And then he also
said...
But
that's what you was going to... When you downloaded the act of downloading the app, you knew would hurt her. So you tried to hide it. And she found out. So you did mean to hurt her. You did an action you definitely knew if she knew would hurt her.
I don't know if he tried to hide it. I think he was just exposed.
Yeah, but he keeps making it seem like he accidentally downloaded the app. You downloaded the app.
He fell in it.
Oh. Passcode twice. Do you want this app? Yes.
Fell into the app and then
double click the side twice. You got to do some
face
stuff,
recognition.
Bro. Yeah, like it don't just you absolutely intentionally downloaded the app.
As he walked out the door, he said, "Thank you for not hating me." And then she said, "Anytime." And then that was the end of their scene. Next few scenes shows the couples having like their little diary cam, talking about their feelings and how they're going to approach decision day. And Ryan says Brett doesn't know how much it meant to him that she has had his back through this journey. Gil says he bets that Mirla isn't even thinking about decision day. She's probably more worried about what outfit she's going to choose. And then they show Mirla like putting her clothes away and looking at her stuff. Not worried about it. And then Johnny says there's a small voice in the back of his head saying, what would be the harm in just saying yes on decision day and continue on with this marriage to see where it could go?
Harm would be a waste in time.
And that was it for episode 16.
Getting loud.
Sorry.
And that was it for episode.
Sorry. Did it scare you?
That's how the argument last night started, because you burst out into the garage.
I came out there in
with
passion.
The same.
I came out there in passion. It was purposeful when I did it. But your reaction took away the whole purposeful energy, because I had something funny to say, and that's why I swung the door open like you're a child, and I was going to tell you a funny story.
And all I said was, why are you swinging the door
No, what you
open?
did was, what is you doing? My dog is always right there.
That's how I did it. That's how I did it.
And I'm like,
I said, what are you swinging the door open
because I'm trying to be dramatic with what I'm about to say. It was on purpose.
It really would have been dramatic if you knocked Dallas out because you want to kick in the door like Steven Seagal. That would have been dramatic as hell. I'm trying to prevent the night before understand that the night before, poor little PJ was putting the headset on the hook, and I opened the door with a person with some sense, just opened it normally and caught PJ. He was and I had to put ice on him and everything. But you come out there like Dukes of Hazzard, boom! You won't believe what your son did. And I'm like, yo, why are you busting in the door? The dog sits right there. He's not there now.
And he wasn't.
Yeah, but next time you come in there kicking in the door like Jean-Claude Van Damme, you might take him out. He's old.
I just can't.
Anyway, what did the child do?
You flip flop too much for me. This is
how I flip flop because your
energy be off and it throws my energy off. Sometimes I don't be want to say nothing to you after you done killed my vibe.
Okay, can you tell me what the child did?
No, we ain't friends. Let's finish up the show.
You should have told me we weren't friends when we first started filming. You'd had a one-person show in this home. Oh, I'm supposed to care what I say now? I'm trying to be verbally aggressive.
See what I gotta go through? This is what marriage really looks like. We cool till we ain't.
Yeah, we cool.
That was the end of episode 16.
We cool, but I wouldn't share no money with her.
We digress on a situation that happened last night. Sorry, y'all.
It wasn't a situation. You kicking in the door like
I had
the 18.
I had something passionate to say. I was being purposeful.
It was so passionate that when I said, "Why are you opening the door?" Like, you know what? I'm not gonna say that.
I did. And what?
And we both sat there from that point on. Like I'm sitting there, like, what the hell did she want to tell me? And you probably sat there, like, I really want to tell her, but now I ain't gonna tell her.
I went to sleep. I didn't think 2 times
right,
more
well, what
about
was
you.
it?
And that was it for episode 16. Thank you guys
Quit
so
making
much.
me wear these matching shirts.
You can't be here with your yellow self like this.
Thank you for watching episode 16.
Drop your comments in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. Also, please be sure to hit like and subscribe. You're just gonna sit here with your chest out
on a Thursday afternoon.
On a Friday afternoon. Oh, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We would love to hear from you. Also, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next Saturday in next week's episode.
Bye.
If it's not a 5-week. Put on some clothes. I can't with you. Thanks for watching. Bye, you guys. Help me.